This video is about Camp Lejeune water contamination settlements, how they will work, and what it might mean to you in terms of what settlement amount you might receive and when your claim could settle. The Navy made mistakes at Camp Lejeune. Everybody watching this video knows those mistakes were made. Those mistakes led to 1 million people drinking, swimming, and bathing in toxic water for over 30 years. But the government, to its credit, has stepped up and passed a new law allowing victims to sue the government. So think about that. The law is passed by the government, allowing you to sue the government. This makes Camp Lejeune settlements, perhaps early Camp Lejeune settlements, very likely. The government did not pass a law to allow claims where none otherwise could exist, only to go out of their way to later deny the claims. So if you or a loved one had an injury related to Camp Lejeune, you are very likely to get a reasonable settlement offer. The question is how much and when. The process to get a Camp Lejeune toxic water settlement begins with demand for payment. Because under the new Camp Lejeune Justice Act, you have to first submit a demand to the Navy for payment for the harm that's been done to you or the loss of your loved one. The Navy has 6 months to respond. If they don't, you can then file a Camp Lejeune lawsuit in federal court in North Carolina. So the question is, how much money do you demand from the Navy? If it's too much, they'll reject your claim, which means your chances at an early settlement drop considerably. Of course, if you ask for too small of a settlement amount, you are leaving yourself short after a great deal of suffering. Ultimately, every case is different, and Camp Lejeune lawyers have to talk to their clients and balance these competing interests based on the victim's wishes and the facts of the case. The easiest cases to settle early will be the conditions that are presumptively related to contaminated water at Camp Lejeune. They are Parkinson's disease, leukemia, bladder cancer, kidney cancer, multiple myeloma, aplastic anemia, and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Does this mean other cancers and conditions will not be eligible for an early pre-lawsuit settlement? No, but these are the types of cases that create the best opportunities. Our firm, we've made some efforts to make estimates as to what the per-person average settlement value of specific types of Camp Lejeune lawsuits might be. I haven't seen other Camp Lejeune lawyers post settlement projections. Why don't they post their projected settlement amounts based on the case? I don't know, but it could be that average expected settlements are not in the millions, which might turn some potential clients off. But ultimately, what our lawyers believe is what Camp Lejeune victims really want to know at this point is how much money they might get. Is that money going to take away their pain and suffering? No. But this is what the civil justice system can do, and it is better than nothing. Our average settlement amount projections could be way off, but our attorneys are willing to make these projections based on what we think right now. We've already updated these numbers and will continue to do so over the course of the litigation. My firm is currently accepting Camp Lejeune water contamination lawsuits from victims in all 50 states. If you lived or worked at Camp Lejeune prior to 1988 and were later diagnosed with cancer or another serious health condition, call us today at 800-553-8082. Thank you.